Welcome to another episode of Sanchez TV. I'm Sanchez, here with Stuart. How are you today, Stuart?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Good, have a good week?
Yeah, not too bad. Looking forward to the FA Cup game today.
Yep, so today we're previewing the FA Cup semi-final, or finals between Man United, Everton, and tomorrow is Crystal Palace, Watford.
Yep.
Man United, Everton, probably the biggest game of the four, well, the biggest teams of the four. And with pressure on with Martinez at the moment, Louis van Gaal needing something to give Man United a positive outlook for this season, it's going to be very difficult for them to do so. In terms of the lineups, the match is kicking off in literally about 20 minutes, so if Stuart could just read out the lineups and...
Yeah, so Everton have Robles in goal. They've got Besic, Jagielka, Stones, Baines, McCarthy and Gibson midfield. Up front behind the striker, Lukaku, they've got Aaron Lennon, Barkley and Cleverley. And with United, they're going with Rashford leading the attack, with Martial, Rooney and Lingard behind. They've got Fellaini and Carrick in midfield, there to protect the defence. And they've got Rojo, Blind, Smalling and Fosu Mensah actually, who's impressed in the last few games at right back, along with David De Gea in goal. So yeah, should be a good game. Rashford again leading the line-up for United, and they're looking to rely on Rashford's goals for today, as they have done in the last few games. But with United, I think Rooney get back in the sides will be key. And with Everton under pressure right now, with Martinez having lost the last few games and having lost decisively in the Liverpool derby during the week. All the attention will be focused along, on Martinez and seeing if he can get a response from the players. I think it's safe to say Everton's probably got the best team they've had for a while. What did you say?
Well,
with Barkley, Lukaku, and Stones, they've got a good backbone in the team.
I mean, it is the best squad they've had in many a year, but it is disappointing that Everton in particular, last season, they were so prolific. I mean, Lukaku was on form, Barkley's playing very well, Morales was on form as well.
Yeah.
It just seems like this season has kind of disappeared away slightly. Yeah. And Martinez is under a lot of pressure, whether it be squad harmony or if he switched his tactics, we don't know. But it seems odd how well they've done last season and what a difference it has been this. I mean, Martinez, when you see him in the interviews and the press conferences, he's almost like a different person. He doesn't seem that bubbly, that Guardiola-esque type, young manager coming through who's got new ideas. It doesn't seem to be working well. I mean, given the pressure that both managers have, who is under the most pressure, really?
Well, I think Van Gaal, with all the controversy this season, I think he's pretty much resigned to leaving. Whereas Martinez obviously would want us to keep his job, and he's under pressure as well from the fact that there's going to be a takeover from the Persian billionaire. So he's probably thinking that he has to deliver something for this new incoming owner. So I think he's probably under much more pressure than Van Gaal at the moment. And United, I've had a look, last few results have been pretty good. They beat City not too long ago. So confidence will be pretty high in Old Trafford, whereas in Everton it's a completely different story. So I reckon, I definitely agree with the point that he has been, he's felt different compared to last season. He's not as bubbly as he was. But again, I mean, I don't know. The defence hasn't really been up to the task this season. John Stones, he's not performed as well as he could have. Maybe the whole Chelsea transfer talk has maybe put him off his game this season. I mean, people say, he can play with the ball and come up with defence and set up attacks, but really, you want a defender there who's going to defend, who's going to put his body in the line and just do the basics and not have any mistakes. That might not be the case with him or Jagielka. Phillips Murray's done okay, but now he's out for probably the rest of the season now.
He's suspended, isn't he, for his red card in the game against Everton?
Yeah.
Was a pretty harsh tackle.
Yeah. On
Origi. But I think he's done very well coming into Everton. I think he's done well to kind of replace Jagielka or Stones when they haven't been available. But even so, I'm not so sure the Chelsea interest has kind of affected Stones' game. I think it's more of the fact that everyone talks about he's so good on the ball, he's a defender who likes to dribble. It's something that you don't often see with English football players. And I think he's just kind of taken that to heart and try to do too much at times and try to be too clever when, in all seriousness, 9 times out of 10, kick it to Rosette, you're a defender, that's your main priority. And it's unfortunate that his season's gone downhill. I don't think it would scupper the the projected asking price of Everton, I think we're looking at least 30 million. I think they're going to be looking for, and clubs will pay that money. I mean, there is a scarcity really in young English defenders like that, or defenders of that nature and anywhere in Europe. So it will be interesting to see what he does in the summer. Whether he stays, it's most likely that he's going to leave, and when he goes to. And for him to get a FA Cup winners medal for Everton before he leaves would be fantastic. I think if Everton win this cup, Martinez is safe. If they get to the final, it's 50-50. If they lose in this semi, I think they're out. I think he's out. I just don't think. It's strange how things go from night and day. This time last year, everyone was singing Martinez's praises, and now he's the worst manager Everton have ever had. I heard the radio the other day where fans were coming on saying he should leave now. It's disgraceful. Can't be that disgraceful if you were doing very well last season. It could be a blip. It could be the fact that he needs money to buy certain players, but it just hasn't gone well for him at all, really. And in terms of Louis van Gaal, he needs this FA Cup win and a 4th place finish if he's got if he stands any chance of actually staying the Man United manager. A lot of talk of Mourinho taking over, as we can expect. It's been happening since November last year. As soon as he left Chelsea, but I think he can save himself with a 4th place finish and an FA Cup win. He's just going to have to rely on the likes of Rashford and the other youngsters he's bringing in to kind of help him do that for him. Yeah.
Do you think if United bring in players, a bit more recognition next season, Rashford might not benefit from that playing time, and I can see him going out on loan to, maybe a smaller club. No offence intended, but to like Sunderland if they stay up. A club like, for example, one of these new clubs that come up next season. I think he might benefit from playing on loan at that sort of environment. Welbeck did that when he was at Sunderland, and didn't do too bad. And when he went to United, he did okay, but eventually did get sold. But a lot of people would agree that he actually had a good stint at United.
I don't think they're going to get him out on loan. I think because there's been so much talk about him and the way he's broken through into the Man United team, and people are saying he's worth 15, 20, 25 million. They wouldn't loan him out, I don't think, based on the fact that he has done something this season. If he'd come into a few games and had good chances, had a couple of good matches, then possibly next season he'll be on loan. But because of the impact he has had and the way it's helped the team so much, I think he'll stay. He may be looking to even pass Rooney into that starting position, but again, it all depends on who they buy in the summer. If they're Champions League, they'll get a world-class striker. If the Europa League, they'll need Rashford, because I doubt that you're going to get the likes of Cavani or Aubameyang going to Manchester United. So I think this FA Cup is very important for both managers, and of course the 4th place finish for LVG for Louis van Gaal is a must for him really this season.
Do you also think it depends if they don't get Champions League, what kind of manager they might attract? If it's not Mourinho, who else would want to go to that club?
Well, that's another thing, isn't it? I mean, if they do go Europa League, it's very likely that he might even just stay as the Manchester United manager. In the hope that they might move on to better things the following season. It's just a complicated situation, and the fact that the recent moves of Klopp and Guardiola have kind of ruled them out of contention of these kind of positions where before they were being talked about, but now they're not. It will be interesting to see what Man United will do, given that they may not qualify for the Champions League. But it is all up in the air, and it will be interesting to see.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lukaku left in the summer, because he's been I think
he's leaving.
Yeah, probably will, because he's been very consistent this season, scoring goals left, right, and centre. So I'm thinking he must be, sort of feeling frustrated at Everton, not going for. He's got the FA Cup silverware to look forward to if they do get to the final, but in the league they've been very mediocre. So yeah, he probably may want to go to maybe even back to Chelsea under a different manager. It could work, or even at United. Fair enough, they won't be in the Champions League, but they've got ambitions to be in the Champions League. Everton might not have that same ambition at the moment because they're not at that level yet under Martinez. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Barkley as well. Barkley has done well this season, went a bit off the ball after January, but he had a very good first half of the season.
Also Martial's position, he's been playing a lot on the wings, whereas before he came to Manchester United, he was a striker, an out-and-out striker. So is it a case of Rooney, Rashford, Martial next season, or will Rooney be dropped to another position? Will he be sold? I mean,
I'd like to see Martial and Rashford playing up front together.
It would be interesting.
They've got bags of pace, and Rashford's he's relentless in terms of hounding down defenders when he's chasing down balls.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, Martial looks a very good player. So Martial and Rashford would be a great partnership, with Rooney maybe in behind, they may have to, reshape the tactics and formation and whatnot.
Do you think Rooney's still guaranteed a starting position next season?
No. Even this season, he's not been guaranteed a starting position.
But he has played when he's fit.
Has he? Okay.
He just hasn't been fit very often.
But yeah, I don't think he's guaranteed. He's getting older now, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, next season it will be interesting to see what the preference of whoever's in charge will be up front. Martial, as we mentioned, Martial and Rashford looking very promising. Rooney coming to the end of to the latter end of his career anyway, and yeah, it will be interesting to see how they use him going forward anyway.
Yeah.
So quickly, I think we're like 5 minutes away from kickoff now. I have a quick summary of what we think of Watford and Crystal Palace. Fantastic season for both. Well, for Watford. Yeah. Palace started off well, petered off the last maybe couple of months. Haven't had a great run of games, but it's a bonus that they've reached that FA Cup semi-final. First time since the likes of Ian Wright and I think Alan Pardew was in that team last time they were in it.
He was.
So I mean, in terms of Palace, what do you think of them this season and their progress in the FA Cup? Yeah,
well, I mean, FA Cup has obviously been sort of distraction from the league. It's not gone to do too well in the league after January, and the FA Cup has been sort of solace to them. In terms of Adebayo, I've been a bit disappointed with Adebayo's his performance. I mean, he's not. I thought he would score goals and lift them up, but it hasn't worked out. It seems like there's some sort of recurring problem with their strikers, because Conor Wickham hasn't been up to the task either. And they
got rid of Bamford, didn't they, as well?
Yeah, he didn't really play the games, did he? Bamford, they've got, I think, Shamak still there. It just hasn't worked out for the strikers, so maybe it's the way they're playing. Maybe Balassi and Zaha need to maybe, help out the strikers more, because they've got great talent on the wings, but it's just up front. That's where it's been lacking.
They will be the key players, though, Balassi and Zaha.
Oh yeah, definitely,
massively,
definitely. I think the left back and right back gonna have a torrid time if they struggle against these two wingers.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I mean, they need to address the striker position, because I think along the midfield they're fine with Kabay as well in the midfield.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it should be a good game. Igalo is also not scored for a while now, so if he finds a shooting boots tomorrow, then might be game over. I think
that is the main threat, though, isn't it? Igalo and Deeney really are the makeup of the way Watford play. They are the main people who are driving that team forward, and I think their scoring record has been very consistent. Deeney's a fantastic player. I think he's brilliant. I think he's just so robust. He's so strong. Gets into the places in the right situation. He's good in the air. He works well with Igalo. He really is a typical English striker. Really, I don't know if he's the international striker at all. Does he play for?
No, I think it's England.
It's English striker.
Still hard enough for a call up, but not right now with the likes of Vardy, Kane, firing. And
but he's done very well. He's done really well, and I think Kiko Flores has done an excellent job with Watford, and I'd be very interested to see what they do next season. I was very impressed with the fact that Watford had brought him in, Kiko Flores, at the start of the year. He's done so well. Next year will be even more interesting, given the extra money that these.
And there's all this talk about them maybe going down because they had so many different nationalities in the dressing room. I think there are 21 different players coming in, and I mean, to make it work just like that, get them playing. The way they have been playing is a testament to Kiko Sanchez Flores, and it just goes to show as well that.
Quick hello to Irish Gaz, how you doing, mate? Let us know what you think. You watching the games today? Do you support any team? Let us know. Give us a comment.
Yeah.
So you were saying?
I lost a little my train of thought there. I think I was saying how good Kiko Sanchez Flores has done, and it just goes to show that not necessarily the case that managers coming into teams and not knowing the English way of playing necessarily affects them. Maybe in Remy Gard's case, but in a team like Aston Villa that's fighting relegation, I think you need some sort of special quality in a manager to get a team out of that rut.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, when you look at Aston Villa and you look at Watford in August, who are you predicting for relegation? Watford.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's completely tables have turned. Kiko Flores has done a fantastic job to sustain that the streak that they had at the start of the season, and just that consistency. They may have won every single game, but they're not losing as much as people had thought they would. Yeah, this FA Cup semi-final is going to be very, very important for them. And personally, I would like Watford to get through that round. And in terms of the other match, Manchester United-Watford, I think would be a good final.
Yeah, it would be. Both attacking teams, both have good players up front.
Tactical teams as well.
Yeah. I also like the fact that Igalo and Deeney and Rashford battle the two sets of strikers. Rashford's looking to increase his profile at the moment. He's only 18. He's being hyped a lot been hyped up quite a lot by a lot of pundits, and I think he'd be one to consider for going to the World Cup in 2018 in Russia.
Well, listen, we're two minutes away from kickoff. Everton, Manchester United. Quick prediction.
I'm going with United. United should be.
Scoreline.
I'm going with a 3-1. 3-1.
I'm going 2-0 United. And tomorrow, Watford, Palace.
Yeah.
I'm going 3-0 Watford.
Yeah, I'll go with the Watford win as well. I think it might go to extra time with Watford and Palace.
Excellent.
Yeah, Irish guys are saying he supports Arsenal.
Arsenal since birth. We're actually going to be speaking about Arsenal in the next episode. Subscribe to the channel. Do tune in next week and have a look at our other videos if you're interested. And yeah, just leave a comment on the video and we'll probably enjoy the show. That's going to be us for this week then. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it's been emotional and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Enjoy the game.
Bye bye.
See ya.